What's good, you all? Welcome back to my channel, Aaron Spain. I know it's been a whole week. So last week, I did have to take a step back from YouTube and creating content as a whole because I had to embark on another venture, which was claims adjusting. Still working on it. I have my test coming up this Saturday, but while I was doing all this studying, it brought upon a cute little message. So I think I could bring it to you guys. If it feels right, do it. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel, Aaron Spain, and welcome to this episode of Broke Believer Diaries. Okay, one day it's going to be called Believer Diaries, but right now I'm struggling with funds. You may be struggling with funds too. So right now we are broke believers, and that's cool, that's fine, that's all dandy, but we will not stay here, and we know that, okay? Now, if you don't know that, you better start saying that. I say it every day, so you got to say it too. All right. Now, let's get into today's episode, and I just want to touch a bit on that feeling of if something is right or if something is wrong. You know it, you'll feel it. It's more not even a feeling of discomfort, it's straight agony. Like you can feel this rage creeping up your back, like it's really not something you're supposed to be doing. You can feel this energy of something so heavy that's wrong, and you know it's not for you. You know that's not an avenue you should take. I'm here to say I think you should listen to it. I think you should. I'm 22 and I'm now being told that, like, you know, with me just graduating in May and stuff like that, that the path that I want to take, I don't have as many believers in that path as I thought I did. And I'm realizing I gotta believe myself, you know what I'm saying? I keep saying that I'm my biggest cheerleader, but now it's actually time for me to be my biggest cheerleader. Other people aren't cheering me on like I thought they would. I thought I was gonna have my parents in my corner wholeheartedly full supporting me in my path and the path that I wanted to take. I don't have that. That's fine. They're parents, they have their own ideology about things, right? Nobody's knocking at, nobody's saying it's a bad thing, but their way of helping is not the help that I need. So I'm realizing that it's perfectly fine to say no to the help that is not helpful to you, right? We have to learn that some help is good help, but all help is not good help. Some help is determined. You may think that this is the path that you're supposed to be on, and this is the path you want to stay on. That's your thought process. You are the only person who can see that, which means you have to make it happen so other people can see it. Because oftentimes people don't see the vision before the vision actually happens, but you do. And that's because God placed it on you. God placed that vision in you. So you have to now execute it in order for everybody else to see it. You don't execute it, they don't see it. Some people can't see the vision before it's done, but they like to see the results of that vision. It's a crazy place to be in. Not so fun of a spot, but it's okay. You don't have to have everybody along with you on the journey that you take. It feels right to you. So you have to go do it because you feel it. That's it. It's not an if, and, or but anymore. We live in a time where we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. In politics, you got people talking about the government shutting down and all this other whoopla going on. We don't really know for certain what's going to happen tomorrow, but you got to know that no matter what happens, you're going to continue to grow in the person that you want to see. The whole point of this life is to be the people that we want to be, or to be the person that we will look up to. We're now the new adults, or you're growing into a new adult, right? What type of adult do you want to be? What does he look like? What does she look like? What job does she have? What career does she hold? You're the only person who can answer all these questions. Other people can't do it for you. And I'm learning that myself. And it's a hard pill to swallow. I'm not going to hold you. I have been doing a lot of self-reflecting. I also took a step back from reading my Bible every day, which I don't think was good. but it also opened my eyes to how stress affects me. When I get super stressed out, or I really realize that I'm not going on a path that I feel God has set me on, I tend to stray away from his word because I feel like I'm a disappointment, like I'm disappointing him. And it's like, you're not disappointing him because you're so in tune with the scripture and you're so in tune with your own spiritual needs. You're realizing that this is not what he has for you. So it's feeling like you have to take a step back from him in order to pursue that. That's not okay. So that's automatic. Let's take a back from whatever I'm trying to pursue because it's pushing me away from God. And I'm trying to get through this so I can do this licensing because this is what my parents want. But I don't want it. And I'm realizing that I probably shouldn't even started it. But I did. So now I'm going to attempt to thug this out and get through it. But this won't be my life. And it's a realization that kind of sits for a second because you realize that this was an option for me personally. I'm realizing that this became an option for me because I haven't been grinding as hard as I'm supposed to with the content creation, with the marketing, with the strategic planning, all of these things. If I want people to see the vision I have, I gotta go create it. I've been stressed out, been going through some other things, and it's all just piling on top. And when I'm stressed, it seems like my creativity can't flow like it's supposed to. But it's like working in a stressful environment. We creating diamonds under this pressure, but we have to understand that sometimes the pressure is going to happen. And when the pressure comes and when the pressure knocks you down, you just got to get back up. You got to push through. You got to prevail. And that's what I'm learning to do is push through. This path of claims adjusting just does not feel right to me. Content creation feels right. But when I get stressed and when other people's thoughts get in my brain, I take a step back from that in itself. I create the content, but I don't post it. I make the videos and then they'll sit in my iMovie until I edit them because right now I'm stressed. I gotta stop pushing past this. I need the motivation to do it because it's not even motivation I need. For some reason, I was needing this emotional clarity. Can't nobody give that to me but myself. Okay? So now that I'm realizing that the only person who's truly being affected by this is me, I gotta actually fully lock in if I want my vision to be seen. Same goes for you. If whatever you're doing feels right and the path that other people may want you to be on or see for you doesn't feel right, then stay head focused on the goal that you have for yourself, the goal that you feel God has for you, because you don't find God sitting in one place and hoping he comes to you. No, you move. You move. And if that's the path God wants you to be on, he will continue to open doors for that path. Or better yet, you may also get some trials and tribulations because every path ain't going to be easy. You're not the path that you're taking, especially when you got God involved, it's not going to be easy because just like you got God involved, you got the devil involved. Everybody is now involved in this. Everybody involved in it. Okay? You want to receive your blessings, you got to go through trials and tribulations. It's a part of it. It's a package deal. It really is. And now that you get older and you realize things, you realize the trials and tribulations don't necessarily stop. Your faith continues to grow, and those trials and those tribulations become easier to get through. That's it. Nobody ever said that the pain was ever going to stop hurting, but at some point, what felt like a really bad stab wound feels like somebody pricked you. It changes. Because now you have a stronger faith not only in God but in yourself, because you're not just building faith in an entity we haven't been able to see. You're building faith in yourself. And as somebody who is really trying to get back to the faith that I had in myself, I had a dream when I was in high school. I wanted to be a content creator. I wanted to be a full-time YouTuber, and I still want to do it. It's my dream. That's my dream. And I'm realizing we live in a world where a lot of people don't live out their dreams, so they don't know what it's like when a person is saying, no, I can't do anything else but this dream. I can't. And I may not know how to convince the people around me to understand my plan, to understand that I didn't pick an easy career. My degree is in marketing. Marketing was never something that was an easy get started in. Most people get started as data entry or business analysis, things of that nature, and then you build, right? While you're also working those jobs, you build your professional resume. But I can't stray to a whole different path that I know is not going to align with what I have planned, what God has planned, because what I have planned is what He has planned. Because I'm walking with Him. He walking with me, And it goes back to that thoughtfulness of discernment. Everything may not feel right. Everything may not feel bad. But that's why you got God. That's why you pray. That's why you ask for a certain level of understanding for things so you can make sure that you're making the right choice for yourself. And when you realize that you're stepping in that right path and you're stepping in that right choice that you're making for yourself, you can feel it. We have to stop ignoring our body and things that our body tries to tell us. Your body experiences symptoms when you're doing something it necessarily doesn't like. You'll feel it. Feel it mentally, you'll feel it physically. You have to pay attention to those things. And a lot of times, oftentimes, we get stuck in this place of comfortable, but it is time to be uncomfy, y'all. Had to turn that brightness up a little bit. It's time to get uncomfortable. That's the only time we can grow is in the land of uncomfortable. And I don't want to take a shift to a path that's convenient. That's it's comfortable. Just something you can hold on to until later. No, I got something to hold on to, and that's my faith. I know what's right for me, and I know what's wrong for me. And you are the only person who knows that. You just got to show it to everybody else. So I just wanted to come on here real quick and say, if it feels right, feels right. If it feels wrong, it feels wrong. You just got to let it go. But don't beat yourself up about it too hard. Because things that are meant for you will feel right. They will. Period. That's what they're supposed to do. It's meant for you. So it's going to make you feel like you were elevated and changing yourself for the better. But if it's not meant for you, you're not going to feel that change and that elevation. It just won't happen. So now you have to understand that sometimes stepping into the path that's for you, everybody is not going to understand. You're going to have some closed-minded people in the mix. That's fine. It's not for them. It's your path. It's for you. And I'm talking to myself with that one. I'm also talking to you with it. But the path that leads you to the life that you want to live may not always consist of everybody who you thought it was going to. That's fine. That's okay. And I don't want you to ever think that it's not fine. It is. It is. Sometimes you have to go through your own season of getting yourself there before you can bring other people into the mix. It happens. It's not a problem. But don't beat yourself up too hard about it. It's very simple. If it feels right, it'll reveal itself to be right. And if it feels wrong, it will reveal itself if it's wrong. Now, that's not to say if you feel uncomfortable, then you should step back. Is it a good uncomfortable or a bad uncomfortable? All of these things have to be weighed out. Me personally, I would say things like if it's a bad uncomfortable and you're constantly feeling irritated, angry, confused, it just feels like this heavy weight of something that's not okay, that's not a good uncomfortable. Now, if it feels as though everything that you want is on the other side of this thing that you don't want to do, that's different. That's positive uncomfortable. That's your body letting you know, if we do this, we're opening a door that we've never opened before. And it's not a bad thing, but we have to be ready for it. As long as you get ready, you'll be fine. And if y'all want to leave anything down in the comments, just leave it down in the comments. Any questions, any comments. I'm here to chit chat. I'm here to talk about it. Thursday's episode is going to be a bit more organized and refined. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and talk to y'all because I'm going through it. What feels right for me isn't right to other people, and what feels wrong to me, for some reason, I'm supposed to rationalize it. It's not working. And I just want to let you know you're not alone, okay? You're really not alone. It happens. But this is the part of life where we might have to do it by ourselves. And that's okay. That's fine. But everybody not going to see the vision. But when the vision has results, that's when they go talk. That's all that matters. So yeah, This was today's episode of Broke Believer Diaries. And I can't wait to see you all on Thursday. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out my YouTube shorts. I post a lot of God-centered content, but also motivational as well. So I want y'all to get into those also because I love making those videos. They're short inspiration for anybody. So yeah, take a look at that. And I will see you guys on Thursday. And I hope y'all have a great day. And again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because I will keep making content, but you got to keep sharing it. You got to keep commenting, and you got to make sure you stay for more. Love y'all. Bye.